Hey guys, this is Colman Connolly, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down a song that I produced and co-wrote with Josie James, and it's called Leave the Light On. This was a lot of fun. I ended up doing this for a studio production class at MTSU, where we both went, and I needed an artist to work with, and I'd seen Josie play live, and I immediately thought of calling her. So in August 2024, she sent me a bunch of little voice memos of ideas that she was working on. I think she might have sent me 4 or 5, and there were 2 that I really liked. One was this one, Leave the Light On. The other was another one called Stop Missing You. But we ended up working on both, and Leave the Light On was great, and it evolved a lot over the course of our making it. She came over to my apartment, and we just recorded a little quick demo of her singing the song, and it was very simple. There was no bridge, there was no outro. I listened to it over and over again, and I thought that there could be something more to the song. It didn't seem quite right. Anyway, I sat on it and I had my little guitar and I started jamming out some thoughts, and one day, maybe in the bathroom, maybe while taking a walk, the bridge melody came to me, so I immediately recorded it. I sent it to her. I said, "What do you think?" And she said that she liked it a lot, the chords and the melody, and she ended up writing lyrics to it. We tweaked it a little bit. The rest is history. So this session is funny because we started recording in Pro Tools, but I've been working in Logic for almost 6 years now. Even though it's kind of unorthodox, I just like the UI of Logic, so I took everything from Pro Tools, consolidated it, and put it in here. You'll notice that there's a lot of triggers, and that's another reason I wanted to use Logic, is because they have easy free triggers, and I like the sounds that come with Logic. And I wasn't really happy with the drum sounds that we got. Kind of wanted a synthetic drum sound in the end. Let's play what we have with the drums. So this was our friend Patrick McGann, who was playing on drums live in the studio with my friend Luke Foot on bass and Josie on the guitar, and it was the 3 of them. I'll play you more of the live sound. So there's some quantization on it. I also wasn't really happy with the sound of the hi-hat either. Just, I don't know, something about the sound of the hi-hat in general is kind of like jarring to me. I decided to replace, which I know is sacrilege, but to replace those sounds with triggered sounds. Just a real punchy kick sound. And here's a snare. And I put another snare on that I just put into MIDI with some delay on it, tape delay, emulator sound. I also felt it needed something propelling it. In the original demo, I kind of done like a train beat with brushes, so I decided to bring that back with a little loop. I added a shaker as well, which Josie played. And I had the string arrangement. This is my first time arranging for strings, which was a little daunting, but I just kind of listened to the song, and then I had this part come into my mind, and I sang it, and then I transcribed it, and then only a cello part, and then I was thinking of these kind of lush arrangements like Rock With You, Michael Jackson, or like Pure Imagination, that sort of deal. Patrick was like, "This needs something more, just go smash on the piano," so that's what I basically did. Then there's this really cool build cycle at the end that I arranged, and I was just thinking of any sort of canon, it kind of builds and the parts go on top of each other. original sliding boom, 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 that's not something that I wrote. I think that's something that Luke and Patrick just kind of came up with in the spot, and Josie as well, while they were kind of arranging the song. Because what we were doing is, while we were trying to get Pro Tools to work, they just kept on running the song over and over again, rehearsing it. And that's the first time they'd met. It's the first time Luke had met Josie and Patrick, and vice versa. They hit it off, and now they're playing together, which is pretty great. But yeah, and then as for the actual vocals, unfortunately, it looks like I lost some of them when my hard drive crashed, but I still have a lot of the double. And this was great because we went into Studio D and E and just spent this long session past midnight, past the time that we had booked, frankly, but it didn't matter because no one else came in. Just painstakingly going really phrase by phrase, and then getting again in the double to make sure the vocals were right. At a certain point, I said, you know what, let's just turn all the lights off and try to do it with your eyes closed and get really into it. And there were some parts that I was really adamant on getting, like that minor scale. I really wanted to get that. And then I'd heard, I'm not sure where this is from, probably like a Jacob Collier or Lizzie McAlpine sort of deal, but I wanted to stack some B's, and that's what we did. And I just put like a ridiculously long, I think like cathedral reverb on it, and I liked how it sounded a lot. And then I also sang on this as well a little bit. You can barely hear me, but you chose to leave. Yeah, so that's Leave the Light On. It was so much fun to do, and hoping to do another one soon like it. Thanks for watching.